Have you ever been bowling before and seen this happen? Throw your ball, and you're in a 180 stop. Right now there's a jam. The pins are not feeding into the machine, which is also going to keep your ball from coming back. Sometimes the jam may just be that the pin is in the turn pan and didn't index properly. You just have to clear the pin, turn the machine back on, and everything should start feeding properly again. And sometimes they don't make the right turn, they get jammed up here. If we come up on top of the machine and look here, you'll see there's two pins in the conveyor right here, and they're both centered up on this roller right here on both of them. When both of these rollers are pushed up, which is just very slightly, by the two pins that are sitting here, there's a micro switch right here that is disconnected. Normally you always have one pin staggered to where both rollers are never picked up at the same time unless you have a full turret or you have a pin jam, which right now we're on a 180 stop because looks like the 7 pin didn't feed correctly. And once I fix this, everything starts feeding again. We start feeding pins and the 180 stop will clear. Now you notice this is the micro switch that stops the pinwheel from turning. Whenever pins feed up, you'll always see one will lift at a time. Usually both of them don't lift up at the same time and the pinwheel will keep turning. But anytime both of them come up, the pinwheel will stop turning because it runs off a magnetic clutch. Let me show you that, which is right here. Anytime you lift up those two rollers together, that magnetic clutch will disengage the pinwheel, stop turning the belt, so it'll quit feeding pins into the machine, so you won't have a jam and continue to feed pins into the machine if there is an issue. There's a pin gate that locks up against this right underneath the pin here, which will keep pins from feeding. In this situation, the pin failed to go into the turret wires properly, so it's now keeping the turret from indexing to the next position, and the pin gate will not unlock. Lift up both rollers, pinwheel will stop feeding pins. Now in this situation we had the pin gate locked again, which is stop feeding pins, because it looks like we got a deck jam over here. We got a bunch of pins that are where they're not supposed to be, and it's stopping the turret from indexing to the next position. See, it's in between right now, so that until that clears, that pin gate's going to lock up, which lifts the two rollers, which stops the pinwheel. So we need to clear out those pins right there so we can get the machine running again. What I'm going to do in this situation, I'm going to go ahead and run the machine down so I can reach in and clear out all the pins. I'm going to put it on second ball, reset the machine. I'm in a 180. I'm going to reach over here to my 180 linkage on the side of the gearbox, flip that forward, which is going to send the machine down. Now you can reach in and clear out all the pins, and even got one hanging up here in the turret, and that's going to keep everything from advancing now. But clear all your pins out and everything will be clear. Your 180 will clear and people can keep bowling. In this instance, I've already indexed the 10 pins into the machine, but we're still sitting here waiting for a 5 pin. What happened then is the turret clutch down here did not engage properly, so it's going to lock up the machine and sit in 180. The easy way to clear that one, just reach in here, push the trip lever, gets everything going again. Pretty much anytime you have a 180 stop is when the machine fails to index pins properly, like it is doing right now. Anytime there's a 180, you're going to have the pins quit feeding up the cross conveyor, which is going to cause your ball to get stuck and have the machine sitting in 180. But once you clear everything out, it should work just like this.